Yeah, hello. Today I want to share my thoughts about religions again. Because it really seems, and in my opinion, it really is so, that religions are basically just a bunch of sexist theories wrapped up in spiritualism. Yes. First of all the mainstream religions were made by, guess who? Male, masculine. Yeah. There were no religions made, well, not those we know as mainstream religions. They were all made by men, some guys, a couple of guys. A couple of guys had their visions, and a couple of other guys wrote them down. And, yeah. Sexism, why? Because in all the mainstream religions, you find one basic thing. They are sexist, absolutely sexist, homophobe and sexist. But let's start with the sexism. We have women and we have men. That's it. We have girls and boys. But religions, they have the tendency, and a very strong tendency, to be kind of like, well, the boys are, let's say, more important for the spiritual stuff, and the girls, if they're not kind of witches or inferior, well, again, they're not accepted in the spiritual sphere so much. Let's talk about mainstream religions now. Start in Christianity. The Bible. In the New Testament, you have interesting thoughts like you shouldn't let the witches live, be alive. So we all know what happened to girls who were very different, to witches, to magic, to girls practicing magic, or even those who did not practice any magic at all. They had just red hair or something. They were burned. There were people burning alive. Christianity, hello. Nowadays they look like, oh, this happened, but it was a mistake. No, it was not a mistake. They did not rewrite their books. They did not do anything with their Christian talk. No, it's still there. They have not banned these books with these interesting thoughts. Even today, Christian women are not emancipated. Where's the priestesses? Where's the bishop in a skirt? No. The Vatican, the priest, they're guys. They're all the time, man. It's guys wherever you look at. They are guys. Ding dong. So is this really okay? I think it's not. I think it's kind of sexist to the max. But it gets even worse. Christianity, well. Jewish. Since the 20th century, women can also be having spiritual, jobs and study some kind of their Jewish Bible or so. And they can, wow, listen to it. Nowadays, it's possible that the women do not have to sit alone, so they're not separated anymore from the guys. But this has been so a long, long time. And also Jewish religion, kind of similar to Christianity, had very anti-woman stuff going on. You got to study this. I don't want to read these things. Oh, and then we come to the Islam. This is the worst chauvinistic, the worst sexist, the worst and aggressive religion of all the religions. I cannot understand why women nowadays talk about equal rights. I mean, in Islam, the women have no rights. The women have no equal rights with the guys. Never. I mean, they are inferior. Okay? If you're a girl in the Islam, you are inferior to the male. When you're married, there's an indoctrination, You have to put a sheet on your head. This is called like fitna in the Quran, in the Islam. Fitna means the same like being beautiful, and also means being messy and being like an element that should be you should basically be covered. You should cover yourself, not to stir up something. Yeah. The male people there, the guys, they have to clean themselves from women before having some sort of doing some rituals. Also, quote, the women are seen as the incarnation of the devil. There's an Islamic aphorism that says, when the woman goes out, the devil is looking like on her. Well, yeah, something like that. You cannot in Islam marry out of love. This is considered to be perverted. Like a woman that says, "Oh, I want to marry this guy." Then women are called sufaha. That means they are weak in their mind, soul, something like that. It's in book Shur 4 verse 5. Women are not clean, and women are dangerous. You women should pray for forgiveness, because you are the inhabitants of hell. So once again, Islam says women are inhabitants of hell, and they should pray for forgiveness. Allah has chosen only male, that's it, to be the messengers of him. So what does that mean to you? Is this nice, guys? There is, in the Islam community, they have a regulation in this male-dominant world, that women who want to be, stand for themselves, who want to get divorced, who have a husband who is abusive or so, they want to quit and do their own stuff. They cannot, and they often end up dead, Male have absolute and total control over women in the Islamic world. So I do call this sexist, I do call this dangerous, and I do call this really, really evil. Let's quit to Islam. Now we come to the Buddhism. In the early Buddhism, the women were considered as the embodiment of all evil. Yeah, very interesting. That's it. In the early Buddhism, a male were said they should not mess at all with the women if they want to go to paradise. Yes. Well, that was the early Buddhism. Later on, the women were considered wise. Oh, finally. But though they were considered wise, they could never come to paradise. They couldn't enter paradise. Only with a male body. So listen to that. Only with a male body the women could come to paradise. And the same thing is here in Hinduism. Hinduism is a very chauvinist, very sexist religion, anti-women. The woman is never free. She is considered as she's a belonging. belonging of her husband or someone from the family. And yeah, she is considered to be giving birth to sons and to care about the how you say that, household. And a woman can never come to paradise only if she reincarnates in a male body. So for me, this is very evident. I don't understand that women don't see this. They were raised, many of them were raised in these religious systems. These are poor creatures if they cannot free themselves from this, because religions are basically sexist theories. These are the core sexist theories, male-dominated religious stuff, but it's wrapped up, and it's covered up in some spiritual blah, blah, blah that should make it look like God wants this. And that's the big danger of it, because it's spoken so that God wants this. Hey, girl, in all the religions, girl, listen, God, no matter what, if it's Allah or Buddha or Jesus or whatever, wants you to be like this. He also, listen, God is always a he. Yeah. Why is that so? Wants you to be inferior. Yes. That's what religions are all about. Think about it.